We do it through an elaborate process that is research-oriented, creative thinking-oriented, analytical, dynamic, etc., but done so in a way so that when an organization talks, you want to hear from them. You want to hear what they have to say. They speak in your words as a buyer, as a consumer. They act in a way that you admire. Their employees answer the phone with the attitude that you would want them to answer the phone because they care. And they care because they know who you are and they believe in you. That work has to be done by experts. You just can't make it up. So we are in the business of that expertise. So I think that finding talent now is very different than it used to be. It used to be that you had just a few professional relationships, people that you had worked with at some point, or people you had gone to school with, but that was sort of before the internet era. And now that the internet has enabled connections between people who may have never physically met, but can completely agree on a topic or be passionate about the same sports team, whatever the case, now recruiting takes place amidst digital identities. And so we often find our most favored talent just through engaging them in some type of internet social context. Maybe they're in the same user group that we are, branding professionals that are interested in the category, or maybe it's an alumni association in a digital environment. But the case is that it's no longer just about going to a recruiting event, shaking someone's hand and handing them a resume. That's not how relationships are built in this era. So the way that we recruit and the way that my clients recruit really comes from the person showing up, whether it's in LinkedIn or through a Facebook relationship, wherever the case might be, showing sincere interest in the topic and value add in the topic. And that's usually how we bring them in for an interview or a recruiting call. So here at Innovation Protocol, we love interns of all shapes and sizes. I personally had 7 internships when I was in college, so it meant a lot to me in my personal development. So this place has been an incubation lab for all different types of interns. We've had interns that are freshmen in high school. We've had interns that are in middle school. So these are children who've never even seen the inside of a business before. And then we also have MBAs. They've done their jobs, they've enabled their profession, and now they're looking for new skills and such. So there are no barriers to entry. I will tell you that the single driving parameter is passion. And I don't mean passion like unbridled enthusiasm. I'm talking about someone who has an innate curiosity, and then that curiosity informs their response to a topic, and then they get enamored by it and start to engage you in a conversation that makes you enthused, right? That reciprocity, that sort of mutual passion creates great ideas. That's where good information comes from, because you don't just have one null soul and one participating soul. You've got 2 souls sharing and learning and tossing back and forth and pushing back and forth, and through that, I don't know what you would call it, that intersection, that sort of meeting of the minds, that's where creativity is sparked. So that's the type of recruiting we do. Well, we're in the people business in the sense that we're giving organizations really high-level executive advice, but we're still humans, and they're still humans, and they're going to use that advice to operate their 100,000 employee humans. So I will say that there's a sincerity that can be conveyed in eye contact that I think is underutilized, meaning that it's not sort of trained. We don't talk about it. Like, I don't think I ever went to a class which was like, okay, when you're talking to somebody, it might feel a little uncomfortable to look them in the eye, but that's the point, is that it's uncomfortable because you're actually connecting. You're actually relating to each other and building some type of connectivity. And that's why it feels a little weird. But if you can get past that and be like, I'm human, you're human, I want to connect to you. I don't just want to butter you up, or I don't just want to take advantage of you, or whatever the manipulation is, just want to relate, that it feels different. So my suggestion to anyone going to a job interview anywhere is learn to look people in the eye and get comfortable with it, because that's the only way they're going to believe in you.